Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to a very special edition of Sipping Off the Cuff. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That gentleman out there is.
Skip Falconer in beautiful Los Angeles, California.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're high and dry today. No rain.
We are.
Yep, day after the Oscars. So happy Oppenheimer Day. Yeah, I know. By the time you know what? It's not. I'm not ruining anything. We all know they won. So there we go. Not Barbie, because Barbie wasn't even nominated. So here we
Yeah.
go. Today we may nominate this one. I'm like aching to taste this as a brand new tequila out of our favorite distillery, Nom 1414 Feliciano Vivanco y Asociados. This is really fairly new on the market. It's called Delantero. And if you're not familiar with what that means, that's a Spanish name for, if you, I don't know if you can see it on my camera, that is a soccer player. He is the forward. That's the name in Spanish for the forward, the position that they play on the field. And I'm not
Hmm.
much of a soccer follower myself. I mean, I'll watch a few games, but they're the guys. They're the point guards. Okay, they're the guys you feed the ball to because they're going to score. So it's called a delantero. They bring the balls up the fields, and so that's it. You know, when you think about it, that's a very inspiring position to be in. You know, to bring forth the ball to score, right? So they're like the leaders, the generals on the field, is those guys. So anyway, it comes in Blanco only, to my knowledge, at this point. It's so new.
Yeah.
Um, we just broke the seal off of these. In fact, we just got them last week, so
Yeah.
we're not letting them sit on our living room floor for months like we did last year. Love the bubbles. Broke the seal off camera. I'm gonna pour mine in a Stasso Jarrito.
And I'm going with my handy dandy Glen Karen.
Ooh, I heard a pop. Oh boy. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Uh,
geez, I can't even get mine off.
yeah, I know that it took a little elbow grease to get it off. There we go.
I got that pop also.
Yep. It oh my God. Just just the nose off the bottle was
Yeah.
impressive. That was just I don't know, man. It smells like heaven. Um so before we tell you any of the ins and outs, I think we're gonna dissect it and look at it and um wow. Skip, it's clean, 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 clean
It's
all the way through.
very clean, man.
Now with my Stasso Jarrito, it's taking a little bit of time for it to actually give us any legs and tears, which
It's
then
not taking any time on mine. These are nice, soft,
there they
uh,
go.
very, very nice legs.
Yeah, now it's for me, it's taking its own sweet time, and again, I'm not I'm not sorry about that. There we go.
Now, can you
There we
see
go.
those in? Can you see those in there?
I can't see that. Well, you and I both have ring lights, and so it's kind of tough to see,
Yeah.
without the ring light shining off the glass. But I'm looking at mine and it's like, oh yeah, there they go. Beautiful, beautiful string of pearls, which is what we
Yeah,
call them.
yeah. There's one string of pearls that's coming down, and then it just flows.
Yeah.
The tears are just
Oh. And again, folks, it's not that's not necessarily a sign that it's going to be good, but it's a good sign of how it's going to feel in your mouth. You know, how it's going to coat your palate, what it's going to do. Sometimes they're runny. And again, it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a nice telltale sign and and it's pristine. It's literally not because I'm not saying that because I have the ring light on because it's just shiny. It was even
no.
shiny in the bottle too. I mean,
Yeah, yes,
it's the bottle's got some beautiful markings on it. The branding is really good. It's a like in a silver and gold, but it's like a bottle of water. I mean, it's clear as day. So let's see what we get on the nose here. Oh.
Oh, oh,
Now see when I opened it, when it popped, I got that baked agave on the neck of the bottle. But
yes,
now it's opening up very nicely in the glass and it's all citrus and lime zest and
citrus. Yes, it's a lot of citrus, lime zest, that agave.
the agave is more on the bottom. It's actually not bad. It's pretty dense. It's not as floral as I thought it would be, which is okay. I'm all right with that.
This is very.
Ah,
I think of this as being very soft.
yeah. But the baked agave is at the bottom. I've been getting it. It hasn't gone away.
No, this is a beautiful nose, man. A lot of
Wow.
citrus.
Yeah. For anybody who's been to Casa Viva Mexico or Feliciano Vivanco y Asociados or just known 1414, it's got three names. One's an official one. Or Casa Viva Mexico, I think is the other one that they call it. Um, you know that it's surrounded by citrus trees and their fermentation is simple. It's open air. They use the Mozart method, as we know. In fact, I got some really great details on how many speakers and how many tanks they use and all that, which is great because I've been needing that to finish to complete my research on the Mozart method, which has taken me about 10 years on off and on. But anyway,
Oh, Mike, and
and they
after I switched, after I swirled this around in the glass, and I just let it sit. It pearls up on the glass and just stays there like, oh, just wear me.
yeah, yeah.
Look at the
It's really
look
beautiful.
at the
It's beautiful
pearls
to look
on
at.
here, man.
And I know, folks, we spent a lot of time on there are three elements you look for. You look for visual. Is it visually stunning? Is it pretty to look at? Is it murky? Some of them are mercurial. Some of them look like quicksilver, and others are just they sheet and they come right off like water. And again, it's an indicator of what it's going to be, what it's going to feel like in your mouth. And then the nose is enchanting on this one.
Yeah, I think we should just taste it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was going to say that they also, as part of what Gnome 1414 is known for, is they use a proprietary yeast that is considered champagne yeast.
Champagne, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
it's their MO. That's a lot of their, I would say 95% of their tequilas use the champagne yeast as being more efficient. And that particular yeast will give a little bit of um, it will give a little bit of a lightness that you get with wine, because of course champagne grapes, that's where it's coming from. So it's not a cheap yeast to buy, but it's a
Wow.
it's a great yeast to do the work. I'm ready when you are, man. Let's
Hey,
dive in. Mm.
mm,
Okay, I got to use my spit bucket. So, um, I don't. I think I like to say that I don't make a determination on my first pass because I just before I came on camera, of course, I cleanse my palate, and you folks know how I do it. If you
yeah.
don't, if you don't watch some of the other reviews on Blancos, and that's how I do it. But I got, and I don't know if this is going to be consistent. I'm going to go on a second pass. But did you get what I get? I got really deep baked agave.
Yes, yes. And I got some pear in there.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
I got some pear, and the sweetness. It's there's a sweetness of the plant that's just, oh, this is delicious.
Yeah. Let me go in for my second pass because um it
I
was
didn't spit
it,
mine out.
it was yeah, well I had to gonna just I'm just making it a rule. I'm going back to the old days where I had to spit a lot of it out, especially when Alex and I would do reviews. We'd get together like once a month. We would do like 7 or 9 of them in one night. And I couldn't. You just have to spit them out. It's just not possible. And then I,
And
I would,
there's like a Wrigley spearmint gum taste.
yeah, it's spearmint. Yeah, so it got herbal. I will tell you just as I was getting into the first pass, I got a real heavy citrus like orange, like an
Yeah.
orange blossom, and then that baked agave on my palate was like, oh my God. But
Oh,
that was only my first pass, so I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna go in here now that I'm warmed up. Mm. You hear me trying to, sounds like I'm clearing my throat. That's a retro nasal technique. Baked agave. I got some deep baked agave. It was almost fibrous. It's almost as if it had been like distilled with fibers, but I know it's not. But there was some depth. I've not in the last few tastings of anything out of Gnome 1414 or like Viva Mexico, you don't get that depth. You get more of the floral and citrus notes. It's
yeah,
more up here than it is down here. This one's got guts, man.
yeah. And it has a nice, it's not pepper. I would say maybe it's just mint. There's a minty, a beautiful minty flavor that I get on mid palate.
See, I'm not getting that much herbal, um,
Oh,
but I am getting, there's plenty. By the way, nice long finish too.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
nice warm fuzzy on that, man. Um, I'm gonna have to go back in one more time because it keeps revealing itself in the same pour. It gives you something else. I'm wanting to get more herbal because what I get is citrus. I do get the pepper. You get the pepper at mid palate. You're getting the lip and gum numbness. You
Yeah.
expect all that from Gnome 1414. Of course, they're agave growers. They grow their own agave. So
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
yeah, oh
What
yeah, they're
and these I think mature agaves too.
yeah, well yeah, and
Yeah,
mature is it's a what's the word? Subjective.
yeah,
Okay. I mean, mature doesn't necessarily mean 5 or 6 years old, but in this case, you probably could say that.
yeah,
For other distilleries, mature means it's got 24 bricks or higher, and
yeah.
that could be a 2 year old, so or three.
Ah,
I don't, to my knowledge, they don't harvest anything before 5, so that's
this,
I'm
this,
gonna stick
this.
with that.
Oh man,
I got to go in one more time. The nose is pretty consistent, though. I will
it
say
is.
the
It
nose is
is.
consistent, but that flavor, man. Oh my God. Mm. Mm.
You know what I got that time is some apple. Not
I'm getting it at the back of my palate now. I understand what you're getting, but I get mine at the like from mid palate to the rear,
mm,
and like on the sides of the tongue too. Because I got a little bit more of what you got at the beginning, a little bit more herbal,
yeah,
like a spearmint.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and I can see where you could like green apple. I can see pear. Um,
yeah. Oh, you know what, Mike? Out of all of the Blancos that we've had, and you know,
mhm.
I'm an aged guy. I like the reposados
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is the best Blanco that I've tasted with you.
Well, you know what that means.
That's it's
Brand of
definitely
promise.
going brand of promise.
Brand of promise nominee here in the Blanco category. I totally agree. Um, this one of like, and I said it earlier, of a lot of the Blancos, and I love Blancos that come out of 1414. Everything that
Oh,
they produce is a piece of art. But this Blanco,
this one here, man. Oh my
that's got
God.
a lot of depth. I will
Oh
put
my
this one. I
God.
will put this right under the Viva from or Vivo. I think it's the from Siempre. Uh,
Uh-huh.
those bottles are again fermented and distilled with fibers. This one is not, but there's a depth to it that that's like a
And
yeah. It's
on
a
my lips, man, I'm still getting that numbness on my
oh yeah,
lips.
and that finish is long. It's a long to medium to long finish. That's a nice warm fuzzy. Okay, cocktail worthy or no?
It's cocktail worthy, but I'm not putting it in the cocktail.
Me neither. Do we have a price? I haven't even looked. We it's so new. We have no
Anywhere from
information on it.
anywhere from 46 that I've seen to like 50,
Really?
56, 57.
Wow, that's a steal.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a steal
yeah.
because there's other ones out there that we've had just in this year. I mean, we're only in March now, but they were
Oh,
50, 50,
wouldn't
60,
even
70
compare.
bucks. Oh
Yeah,
no. But
no,
I mean,
would
with the character and depth that this has,
yeah,
back up the truck.
yeah, yeah,
This is even the pricing on this is old school.
yeah.
Wow.
They don't have a reposado in this yet, or an añejo or extra añejo.
They just came out, so I would imagine,
Yeah,
oh man, there's a depth. I just had another pass on the sides of the sides of your tongue is
yeah,
really where a lot of the flavor from mid palate to the back to the rear,
yeah.
a lot of that flavor comes right through. I'm getting the depth of the baked agave. I got some of the herbal and fruit notes you were getting,
Yes.
and that finish. What a finish! Wow,
Yeah, it coats the palate just perfectly.
perfectly. This is a perfect Blanco. Um, for those of you who are Blanco nuts like me, let me give you the ins and outs just very quickly. Of course, NOM 1414, Feliciano Vivanco y Asociados. This is a 80 proof, and it gives you information on it's just artisanal, traditionally crafted tequila, 100% blue agave. Estate grown in the highlands of Jalisco, basically at Barandas. And it is the Los Delanteros, forward players, are the dynamic analysts, catalysts, I'm sorry, of a soccer team responsible for injecting creativity, relentless attacking pressure, and leading their team to victory. So they're basically the generals on the field. It says here the master distiller is the infamous Sergio Cruz. Everybody's
Oh, okay.
everybody's uh everybody's hero these days is Sergio Cruz. He's kind of he has his own cult following, very much, very similar to some of the mezcal makers. They'll have
Hmm.
they'll have people that will follow only certain mezcal makers for particular reasons, and it's like he's got this cult following now because there's so many brands that are happy with their creation from that master distiller.
Right,
So
right.
I got nothing else to say, man. I think it's a brand of
Yeah, me either.
nominee in that
I
Blanco.
think in the bottling also. The bottling is nice, easy to handle.
Oh
It's
yeah,
nice to pour.
it's beautiful to look at. It's actually
Yeah,
even as clear as this as the juice is, it kind of stands out. You know
yeah,
the you don't. It's a bit understated. It's elegant.
yes,
It's simple. It's understated elegance, but it'll pop. You put it up on a shelf somewhere, and you'll
yeah.
notice it. You don't think you will, but you do. And
Do you
and
know where we can get this in what states are they selling it in
well,
right now?
the brand owners are in Southern California, to my
Okay,
knowledge.
okay.
and that's how we got them, and that's why I had it sent to you because sometimes if the importers or brand owners are local, it's depending on the state. That's where I'll try to make it as convenient for them as possible to get these to us.
Yeah.
He said he was actually, I think he's San Diego area, but he comes up to LA frequently, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. So, but I made the request and we got it like within days. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we want to thank those folks at Delantero for making this happen. I so
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you for giving us the pleasure of tasting it. And I got to tell you, for that
Absolutely.
price, for that price, it's highway robbery. They're being undervalued in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think
Well, and that price I got off of I don't know, I got it off of a website because they sent no information on anything.
yeah. I mean
So,
this is as close as we got. So there's no real point of sale material, no sell sheet. There was no press
but
release.
man, they sent us.
Oh, this is a keeper, folks. I'm telling you, if you're a Blanco guy,
I've got to put it away.
yeah, this is one of those you got to hide from yourself, like I did with the Vivo. I just hid it. I don't even know where the hell which box it is in my storage unit. Uh,
Man.
no, but anyway, that's our take, folks. On let me do this. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh.
Let me grab the let me grab the clapper. I gotta grab the clapper. That's our take on Delantero tequila. If you've had it, tell us what you're doing with it, how much you've paid for it, where are you buying it, what states are you in? To my knowledge, it's only in California and probably only Southern California at this time. Uh,
Oh.
but if you've gotten it from, I know that a lot of the Instagrammers have been getting these, uh, and they're very readily available. I guess they're approachable online or through their Instagram. Follow them on Instagram. You could follow us on Instagram also. You could follow Skip. Hey, Skip, what's your handle on Instagram so they can follow you too?
Now you know I'm not
What's your name? What's your name on your account?
Sensei 2SK.
Okay, there you go. Sensei 2SK. He's Skip every once in a while puts out these really nice pictures. He'll put some of these bottles on his agave plants out in the yard, and
That's right.
they're stunning. You have a good eye for stuff. Well, as soon as you got this, you put this out. You took a picture of it.
I did, man, because it was coming from 1414, and I said, "Oh my goodness, this may be a winner," and it's more than a winner
Yeah, it's a. I'm telling you, you
to
will not
me.
regret it. Well, no,
To
well,
to me,
and it's affordable too. That's surprising to me how affordable
yes,
they are because even though the price of agave has dropped, the price of tequila hasn't, and many of the new tequilas that we're seeing still have high pricing, and
yeah,
and that's why I say if they kept this at a 50, 55, 50, between 50 and 55, that's still a steal
yeah.
because there's stuff that's $70 a bottle that I wouldn't pay for that we've had. So, anyway, that's our take. If you folks are doing it, finding it, let us know what you're doing with it. If you're watching us on Instagram or YouTube, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like, share this review with your friends out in the YouTube universe. And whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely. This is so good, man.
I know.